Vlogging is incredibly hard. For the longest time I've been thinking that my life is just not interesting enough to vlog about. But at the same time I also think that you can tell a good story about anything and make it interesting. So I really want to learn that skill. Over the last 6 months I recorded a lot of footage and I want to try and compose it into one big video.
Let's start with a vlog I recorded in December of 2016, which was approximately 3 months after I moved to Switzerland.
Morning guys. It's time for my second coffee. What is it? Saturday, it's about 8:15 I would have to guess in the morning. So my kitchen, I don't think I've shown that yet. I'm usually pretty good about cleaning my dishes. I don't have a dishwasher of course, but I really suck at taking the trash out. Alright, ready to go. I've been sick the last couple of days, which is why these guys are everywhere. I'm feeling better now. So, I'm gonna finish up this coffee and then I gotta head out already because Saturdays are pretty much the worst. In my area, my residential area here, I can only leave my car for 1.5 hours at one spot during the day. During the night, no one cares, obviously, but during the day, I can only leave it for like 1 or 1.5 hours there. So I gotta get it away by 9 if I don't want to pay a fine.
I'm pretty sure I recorded a sequence like that before. And that reminded me that this GoPro is almost a year old now. Man, I sure used it a lot. That's the worst part. Because now, this is gonna condense on the windows from the inside and freeze. Let's go.
I haven't told you guys where we're going yet. We are doing some grocery shopping. And for that, we're gonna drive to Germany.
This is madness on a Saturday. I guess everyone from Switzerland is coming over to do his shopping on a Saturday.
And back home. I'm still not quite sure if it's worth it, because it is a 40-minute drive there and a 40-minute drive back again for a couple of bucks savings. Well, at least it was a nice drive today.
Time to head out again. It's been 1.5 hours. Let's go somewhere where I don't have to worry about where to put my car. And also where I could take over some gyms. That's a gym.
At this point I realized that all the footage I recorded today didn't really make for a good video on its own. I felt like I was too concerned with all the B-roll footage, so I just stopped and never really finished it. But while editing, I noticed that there's simply no such thing as too much B-roll footage. You can always just cut it down, which is something I always had a hard time with. About a month later, though, a perfect opportunity came up to pick up the camera again. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Saturday, it is about 6:30 in the morning, and I am actually about to leave for CERN, for Geneva, and I'm really fucking excited about it, to be honest. Central Station should be about a 2 to 3 hour train ride to Geneva now. I think the Large Hadron Collider and CERN is just incredibly fascinating for almost every scientist out there. It's just scale, energy and cost of experimental equipment pushed up to the max to really explore some of the core principles of everything. For our tour, we actually had to cross the border between Switzerland and France, and this gives you really a feeling of how big the LHC really is. When you enter this room with this 40,000 tons of a CMS detector, which is, by the way, only one of the detectors at the LHC, it's just ridiculous to see what these people are doing there. The engineering and the complexity of these projects, it's just pure insanity. That's Geneva. Now we are heading back to Zurich. And I'm back in Zurich. I made it, guys. Barely without becoming a popsicle. Icicle? Popsicle? It's all the same, isn't it? But I did make it. Awesome trip. Definitely worth it. If you ever get the chance to visit CERN, do it. It's really, really awesome. If you want to see a video I made about CERN, check out the link in the eye up there, because yeah, I took a lot more footage of it and I tried to make a cool video out of it. So I hope you enjoy that. While filming on this gorgeous day in Zurich, I had my first real-life encounter with one of these awesome little fellas. And a couple of days later, when I visited my friend Domi in Munich, I got to try out even more awesome tech. I definitely need to get in one of those. A month later, back in Switzerland, we visited Schaffhausen, which is a small town about an hour north of Zurich. I tried to catch some Pokemon there, but for some reason I just really sucked at it.
It's fucking despawn!
was there a second ago. Come on. Artillery despawn. Great. 8 out of 8, mate.
As you see, I record quite a bit of footage pretty much wherever I go. My weakness is just to tie it all together in a nice story. And this is pretty much why I'm making this video right now. Anyways, springtime came around and just a couple of weeks before I planned to visit my family for the Easter holidays, this happened.
That's not a good sign.
This looks easy enough.
It's finally here, guys. Are you excited? Are you as excited as I am? Are you? Spoiler alert, it's a lot less interesting than you probably think it's gonna be. But whenever I order something, I get really excited. Watch this. Cord. Well, that's not very exciting. More excitingly, 1, 2, 3, 4 spark plugs.
I think 1.5 weeks ago, on my way to work, all of a sudden my engine started making weird noises and I noticed that it's only running on 3 cylinders at that point. So I hope it's the spark plug in cylinder 2. I read a bit online and it seems like I can get away with fixing it myself. I hope so. I've never done it. But these guys are like $6 a piece, and in a garage they probably would take what, like hundreds of bucks to repair it. So I'm trying to do it myself. Wish me luck.
Well, that didn't do anything. I was hoping I could avoid it, but looks like I have to get this old sucker to a repair shop. Unfortunately, the next one, not the next one, but the one I want to go to is 6 kilometers away, so I hope I can get there on 3 cylinders. Made it. A little scary, but I made it. Alright, I have an appointment tomorrow, so I'm just gonna leave him here. I hope they won't take him away. And there it is, I have it back. 500 bucks. And in case you're interested, 500 Swiss francs are pretty exactly 500 US dollars. The exchange course is, I think, either exactly 1-to-1 or maybe 1 cent more or less. The thing is, I could have done it myself if I would have had the spare part. I mean, the part was, I think, 300 bucks, and then the rest was just quote-unquote work. I mean, I had to change it when I was changing the spark plugs. It's basically that black thing with the 4 inserts that go into the engine. Those are the ignition electrics. I don't know exactly what they're called in English. But yeah, I pulled them out. You saw it. I put them back in. If I would have had the new part, I could have easily exchanged it myself. But that's it. Got it back. It's working, and I'll probably get rid of it in a couple of weeks, so that was really unfortunate timing. So for some reason, after I lived here for like 6 months, the energy company finally sent me some mail, and I wanted to share this with you because there's like three options. There's the basic option, there's the solar power option, and there's the eco power, which means kind of like green, I guess you could translate it somewhat. Anyways, what is funny about it, the basic is the default one and the cheapest one, and the basic is already 100% renewable energy. So I don't even know why how do they make you choose? Like, okay, no, I don't like wind energy, I don't like water energy, I only want solar energy. Like, why would you do that? It's that is so Swiss. First run this year. About 3 kilometers in, and I already feel like I'm dying. Shut up, plane! About 2 more kilometers till I'm back home. I don't know if I can make it. Wish me luck. 5.3 kilometers. Not half bad. I'm mildly surprised. That was probably enough for the whole year, though.
I was able to run 2 more times in a couple of days after that, but never since.
Tomorrow is Good Friday, which means I get Friday and Monday off of work, and I use that long weekend to drive home to visit my family. So 5-hour drive today, and I'm a little bit sad about that because I'm gonna leave my car with my dad. So this is like my last long distance drive I'm gonna do in this car, and this weekend is gonna be the last time I'm gonna drive this car. And I had this car now for 8 years. It was my first car, it still is my first car, but it's just not worth it. Living in the city, I don't really need a car with me, and it's just not worth the money. You saw I just had to put another 500 bucks in to repair it, so that's a bummer. But I guess that's just how it is. So that means next week I'm gonna come back by train. Look at all these people wanting to go to Germany. All these cars pretending to get gas just so they can skip the line and come back in up there in the front. People are so weird sometimes. Nice try, guy. Look at this guy. He's even bolder. Do you see that? Do you see that? Holy crap. And back in Europe. Sometimes people are just a fucking mystery to me. You see that? You see, that was like a whole avenue full of trees. And these trees have been here since I went to school here 20 years ago. And someone just had the idea, come on, let's just cut them all down. I mean, how does it make any sense? Oh my god, they're all gone. It's insane.
How about I show you guys around a bit where I grew up. Easter Sunday we usually spend at my grandparents' place with tons of food. Oh, and bunnies. Gonna grab the boys now and we're gonna watch The Fate of the Furious. Or Fast and Furious 8, depending on where you are probably. And I'm so excited. Vin Diesel action, oh yeah. My boy is super excited to watch Fast and Furious 8 right now.
Actually he is. I'm not that much excited.
It's gonna be awesome. Oh, and it was exactly what you would expect from an awesome Vin Diesel film. The weather, however, wasn't really what you would expect from an Easter Monday. It did eventually clear up and I was finally able to say goodbye to my car before leaving for Zurich. I had to leave my car behind and now I'm in the train to Frankfurt. Well, from Frankfurt I took another train directly back to Zurich and went straight to work that day. But I think I'm gonna end it here. I do have more vlogs recorded, but I think this one has been going on for long enough. But you know what? It feels really great to finally have put all the footage together that I've been accumulating over the months. And it almost started to feel like a heavy weight or an obstacle between me and all the new stuff I want to record and edit. I hope I'll bring you way more stuff in the future, and you've probably been wondering what this little package is all about. It has something to do with the white walls behind me, but I think we're gonna get into that another time. But for now, I'm out.